All right, guys, me and Alexander are over here. It's Saturday. I'm taking a break from, well, not really. Alexander's working on this. I'm still working on that car over there. But we're back on the E300 Racecar, and let me show you what we're doing. So in the last series, you saw we got the engine installed. Today, we have plumbed in, that's the heater core coolant line into the, I guess, the water pump housing. And then we've plugged in the hard line back into the head here, and it's got to attach there. So I think we have to basically splice in a tube or do something there to get that going. What are you working on, Alexander?
I'm about to drop these fenders off.
Oh, yeah. There we go. So these are E500 Fenders. I actually got these from Lebanon. They still have some of the packing tape. I had them sent over on Turkish Air. But you can see these have the giant flares. Those are real E500 fenders, you guys. Pretty awesome. So we're going to put these on here, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that's going to fix that problem. See the little E300 fender flare? We got to clear these big-ass tires. So Alexander's working on taking off the fenders. And I actually made a punch list of all the stuff left to do on this car. Coolant and engine lines, wiring harness, fenders, radiator brackets, EGR delete, transmission shifter, manual clutch reservoir modification, drive shaft, flex disc plates, intercooler and routing pipes, and the radiator. So that's kind of what I can remember. I'm sure there's going to be some more parts on there. But anyway, we'll keep you posted and show the progress. To get these fenders off, you basically have a series of bolts up here.
Looks like there's one right up in there.
Okay, so the headlight probably has to come out.
Yeah.
And then I think there's, let's see.
Back up in there. There's a couple right there.
There's some up under here. But we can look at the E500 fenders and see. So there's two back here on the back. And there's actually one on the front, Alexander. Maybe two. I don't know if those are to hold the fender on there, but anyway, and there might be some behind there, not sure. So we're going to go ahead and pop out the headlight and see how to do this. Okay, so it needed to remove the headlight and the side marker for this fender, and it looks like we have there's a hidden bolt back here, and it looks like we might have one right here. Let's go look at the E500 fenders and see what that looks like. Okay, yeah, there's that. That's from the other side. Let's check this one. Okay, yeah, so it looks like there's that hidden bolt there. Let's stand this up. Okay, yeah, so those bolts have to come out there because that attaches. And just let me record how you're taking off so I remember how to put it back together.
This goes right there.
All right, we got that one.
Goes here.
Here you go. Give me that. Here, I'll set it right back here. Yeah, just set them together there. So that's interesting. Look at this. They put that's some strange foam padding for probably
vibration dampening or something.
Yeah. So let's see what's behind there. So I just see this bracket here. Yeah, so that fender is disconnected now.
So now
yeah, and then it's the ones from the bottom, and then we have to open the door. If you notice around the back of the fender, there's three back here that are inside the door jamb. So that's going to be a little tricky there. All right, guys, to get access, so here's the fender, and down here at the bottom, there's two fender bolts. To get access to that, you basically put a pry bar, and if you get on your back and look under there, you'll see there's some clips. Well, now we've already done it, but there we go. So basically, you put this little tool up against the clip here, and you pry, and it pops these clips out. And you do the bottom first, and once the bottom is done, you can then, we popped off from the back to the front and snapped these out.
And just put that like around each one of those.
Now, yeah, you can see this one actually, here's the clip. This one actually came out of the body. but they're still intact here. And then here's the little piece that plugs into that clip. So you do the bottom and then you do the top, and that comes off. And then
it kind of pulls forward and around the wheel well.
And you can see how much, we don't have very much clearance here, but that's what we're going for right there. Now, this bottom piece, I don't think we actually have to take the skirt off, but there's bolts under the skirt, and you can see one right here, but I don't think that's coming off. So we're gonna go ahead and get these out here. And then we're gonna go, we'll open the door and proceed to take the ones out in the door frame or door panel. What would you call that? The door jamb. Guys, that procedure is covered in the W124 chassis and body in section 88.7, section 800. You can see, there we go. That's the panel we removed right here. And it literally says pull off. There's the instructions. Yeah, pull off toward, yeah. But anyway, now on these middle panels, you'll see there's actual screws. So those you do not see, this middle panel here, that's on the door panel, which is that one right there. You don't want to force those off because you can see there's a screw there. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and try to get the door open now and get the screws out of there. Okay, we moved the car back a little bit, and you can see right down in there, we have 1, 2, that bottom one, we might actually have to pull this panel off to get access to it. You can see it's right there. So this panel right here might actually have to come off. All right, guys, it's very interesting how the door trim panel pops off on the 124. First, you come up underneath, and you see these little clips. These clip in right here. So you just have to put a little tool up there and pop them off. You pry them off. Then up top, here, Alexander, hold that side. Up top, we have all these little clips, right? And they're actually held on. They're in the panel, and they have a metal bracket above them
to replace them in case they break.
In case they break. But those, so you see there's notches all along here. See, there's a big hole into a notch. So that basically slips into the notch, yeah, and then you just slide it backwards and it pulls off. So to reassemble, you line up the notches, you push it forward, and then you go look underneath, make sure your clips are lined up, and you pop those back in place. But the reason we did that is we needed to remove that panel to get access to that final bolt for the fender right there. So now we're going to go ahead and take that out.
Because there's 3 in there.
Yeah, because there's 3. We got the top 2, and to get them you have to use a, let's see, it's a 1/4 inch, 10 millimeter. It needs to be very skinny and the little small one to get in there. Yeah, otherwise you're gonna scratch your paint all up on the doors. All right, so let's see, we did the ones along the top, the 3 in the door,
2 down here,
the 2 on the bottom,
1 right here, and then when you take out the headlights, there's a bolt right there that fastens it up in the front.
So technically, this should come off now. Okay, you got to slide forward a little bit.
Slide forward and up.
Wow, that just came right off. All right. So anybody want a nice E300 fender? Beautiful condition. All right, so back behind this fender, if you guys want to see, this is the passenger side. This looks like a vacuum reservoir. Yeah. And we're also going to clean out all of our leaves and gunk that's down in there.
Didn't we do the coffee can on this car?
What's the coffee can?
Oh, like on Fords and stuff, they had that coffee can as a vacuum.
Really?
Yeah. It literally looks like a coffee can that's just spray painted black to be a excess vacuum reservoir.
All right, let's clean all this stuff out of here. There we go, you can see it. Grab that E500 Fender. I just want to clean, ooh, there we go. Cleaned all that junk out of here. Now, what I just realized, that E500 Fender flares out more, so this inner fender is no longer going to, I don't know, we'll have to see. I don't think it's going to make contact with that anymore. So we might have to remove this inner fender and just not have an inner fender. I'm just cleaning out in here a little bit. There we go. There we go. There's back to 1995. So super clean in there now. And that's plastic, so there's nothing to rust down there. I guess Mercedes learned their lesson from the other model cars. All right, I'm going to come back here and put this on. And let's see, I'm interested to see how the inner wheel well, hang on, let me record this real quick. How this inner wheel well matches up to an E500 Fender. My guess is it's not going to. So let's go from the top, and let's hang the top on there, and we need to come forward towards me first. Yep. Hang on. Okay. Hold on. What were we watching out for?
Oh, just so it didn't catch the door back here.
Let me see what we're working with here. All right. Man, if I lose that flashlight one more time. Okay. All right, that's lined up back here. You can let go of that. Hang on, let me just take a look here. Let me get up underneath here. Okay, actually that inner wheel well.
Oh, that's kind of off a little bit.
Yep. That actually still pretty much
Covers it.
yeah, sort of. Let's see. All right, so the big question, let's get the holes kind of lined up. Where are they? Right there. That's it. So that's what we've achieved. So I might need to bring this wheel in.
Those are lined up.
Okay, so here's what we've gained. We gained a lot, but I still think I'm going to need to bring that wheel in a 1/4 inch and do maybe an inch narrower tire. This is a 275. I think if I did a 255 and then that made that wheel spacer maybe a 1/4 inch less spaced out, I think that would clear these perfect. So that's what we're working with there. So huge improvement. I really wanted to run 275s on all 4 corners.
You might have to have them staggered though.
Yeah, I really wanted to run 275 on all 4 corners, but it looks like maybe I don't even know if they make a 265, but you can see here.
Like a 265. What's the sidewall measurement on it?
I don't know what that sidewall is. That's probably a 35.
Yeah, 35.
And these are these 275?
Yeah.
Yeah, 275, 35. So if this is probably gonna have to be a 255, 40. I think that's what they make to get that tucked up a little bit more. Or stretch and roll those fenders, but that's really not gonna work too well. Well, let's see if we can get this fender bolted back on there and yeah, take it from there.